Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the Flying High on Consciousness podcast with Jill Alanna at Jai International. Today's episode is a 3D way of explaining how trauma and what we were modeled as children can create abundance blocks and how that shows up as shame, guilt, or fear around money or resources or opportunities. And I give you some tangible examples from my life. Please forgive me for the sound quality. I did this transmission as I was biking. It was coming through really strong and I wanted to capture it. So I tried to fade out all the excess sound with iMovie, but there is some excess sound and I do apologize. Although I hope you get a value from this transmission.
Abundance blocks. So if you have shame, guilt, or fear around money or resources, then you are blocking abundance. And I'm going to give you some very 3D examples of this from my own life or from people I have worked with. Because this is not just quantum talk, this is also 3D talk. So I used to have a lot of shame and guilt around money. Why? Because my family didn't talk about it growing up. I was told not to talk about it. Also, somebody told me I was a spoiled little brat at 13, and that traumatized me. Anyways, more on that story if you were in my course. But here's the thing. Once I shifted, okay, so let's go back a little bit. When I first started my energy healing business, not seriously, I was doing other things and whatever, but years and years ago, I had 3 of my clients be like, you need to triple your prices. You're powerful. And my whole body tensed up and I was like, oh, no, I can't do that. That's bad. That's evil, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't know why. Now, looking back, having cleared my money ton, my shame and guilt, it was because I felt if I was resourced, then I was bad and evil based on experiences and things that I was told at childhood through comments and through modeling, aka we don't talk about money. Okay, so literally as a teenager, I had no idea how much a doctor made compared to a store clerk. Literally zero idea. Okay, so once I cleared those abundance blocks, my revenue literally fucking quadrupled, and it just keeps going up. Okay, and I'm able to impact a lot more people. My whole view has changed a lot. And again, we won't go into that right now, but I'm able to cause way more impact in people's lives. I am resourced, I have a team, I can stay in my zone of genius, and I continue to hone my skills. Now, I'm going to give you another example. I used to have a lot of fear around money. So what did I do when the stock market dropped 33%? You're right. I pulled my fucking stocks because I couldn't think straight. I pulled my whole TFSA. And so had I not had an emotional response and fear, I wouldn't have made that unconscious reactive choice. Furthermore, I knew about investing in the stock market and how to do it for many years before I started investing in the stock market. Because I was afraid that I would lose all my money and I worked so hard for it and blah, 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 blah. All my stories are paradigms because I used to suffer for my money. I do not do that anymore. Again, my whole relationship with money has changed. It's literally fun to me now. It's feels like playing Monopoly. And that's possible for you too. So, because I looked back at the graphs. By the way, if you guys know the stock market and you know how to invest, even very conservatively, over time, over decades, even several years, it goes up and up and up. And once I did start investing, it did go up and up and up until, I pulled my TFSA, didn't pull my other stocks. Thank God there was more money in my other stocks, but that's to the point. I reinvested the TFSA after. Bought high, sold low. Don't do that. Next time I just rebought it in and whatever. It's going up. So the fact that I'm trying to or what I'm trying to say here is like, when we have fears or shame or guilt around money, even if the opportunity is there, we'll push it away or we'll make stupid decisions. Another example of this is, I worked with a woman and she makes a beautiful, beautiful jewelry. And she was basically working for free, like free labor, because she wanted everyone to have access to the jewelry. But that time and energy she's putting in, the quality of it is like amazing. And so she had this paradigm that, oh, well, everybody, I want everybody to have access to this. And the thing is with that is like, if people see the quality, A, they're going to invest, B, like, it's not sustainable. Like, you cannot sustainably do something like that as a business. If it's a hobby, that's very different. But as a business and not make profit, it is unsustainable. Then you are unresourced and then you burn out and then the business shuts down. So these are just like very tangible examples of like when people have money trauma, like shame, guilt, fear around money, how like even if the opportunity is there, they'll like turn it away. We always fight for our limitations and our view, our paradigm. I should say limitations, our paradigm. So if I believed I had to like suffer and struggle for my money, then I created a reality in which I did that, which literally I did for many, many years. And guess what? It fucking sucked. And I was not adding any value to humanity other than like serving some like beers or whatever at restaurants. So I just want you guys to take these examples and just think on your life. Where are you in fear? Where are you not investing, even if you know how? Where are you spending money out of fear? Where are you having shame or guilt, so like blocking it and saying no to it? Just look at that, because these are all abundance blocks. And the truth is, we all can be resourced. But we need to shift our own limiting beliefs and our own traumas and our own paradigms around it in order to have that experience. So if you have any of these limiting beliefs, shame, guilt, fear around money, I invite you into spending into abundance, because we're clearing that. I base all my programs in trauma. How do I help people manifest, shift their lives, hold boundaries, make money, call in partners? Literally clearing the trauma that was pushing it away subconsciously. There is no other way. That is the basis of manifestation. Yes, there's all this stuff about the quantum, and explain that in Deep Money Manifestation. We talked about a little bit in Surrender into Abundance, but for the most part, we just clear the trauma so that like the thing is done, because people don't need any more information. They need transformation. You can literally Google everything. Some of it's false information. A lot of it is. But anyways, you can find like truth on the internet as well, or like in books. I actually really like to study old books. But that is beside the point. People need transformation. They do not need more information. And that is why my program is different. I'm releasing a podcast tonight. Stay tuned. Melissa, we talked about this on the podcast, and she joined like a bunch of other courses, and for like 3 years, and like learned a bunch of stuff, and none of the transformation was happening because people were just teaching and not facilitating. So I actually facilitate in my program. In fact, I facilitate more than I teach. I definitely do both, because I think it's important to like understand what we're doing. But yeah, anyways, I just had those same thoughts, because somebody who's very 3D asked me the other day about abundance and money blocks, and they thought they were all BS. And I'm like, well, here's a very 3D way of me explaining it. And when I did it, they're like, oh, that makes sense. Okay. So I thought I would share it with you guys. Anyways, have a beautiful night. The link is in bio if you're interested. Doors close July 10th. We go live July 9th. We go live July 10th. Love you.
I hope you enjoyed that transmission. So the course I was referring to in the episode is Surrendering into Abundance. It is open until July 9th. If you hear this after July 9th, 2023, there will be a wait list available for the next launch. Sending you so much love, so much light. I see you in your victory, in your liberation, and your full self-expression. Love you, from Jill Alanna at Jai Incorporated.